just making a quick little video. I've been trying to complete the build on this XHover R5X for the last 2 weeks. I've been having severe issues with, I don't know what it is. I've tried multiple different FCs from KISS. I've tried all kinds of firmwares. I went back to the old GUI, the One-Shot 125, tried the D-Shot 600, like absolutely everything. I think there's some kind of issue with the ESCs that I got. That's the last possible thing that I haven't tried yet, so I'm gonna have those switched out. But anyway, in the very beginning, I was trying to find a camera mount for the FPV camera, and there's a few online. One of them is this. I downloaded the STL from Thingiverse, printed it out. Had some issues with the fit, and I don't know how sturdy it is in the middle. I even tried to put it down to the smallest layers, and I mean, I'm sure it's a really good mount. I don't know if my printer is just not good enough, but anyway, I figured it would be fun to try and come up with something on my own. And this here is what I ended up with. It is a mount. It's 2 different pieces. You just slide it on like this, all the way down. And then I left the top a little bit longer than the actual standoff, so when you put the top plate on, it will push down on it a little bit. This is very sturdy. This is PLA plastic. It's very strong. So I mean, I'm talking just a millimeter of deflection down just to be sure that this thing stays in place. You got your mounting screws right here. This is the Run Cam Swift 2, by the way. I love this thing. If anybody out there hasn't tried it yet, it's really, really fun. Even comes with one of those little extension cords. You can plug it in, leave it in there, just tuck it away. So you can plug this into your up and down little remote. This thing right here. So you can actually make adjustments at the field on the fly. It's really, really fantastic. I absolutely love it. Anyway, so I made these 2 little things. The good thing with these 2 is as well that if you switch out cameras, it doesn't matter how wide yours is. I left a little gap in between here, not just so it's more flexible on the way down and won't break, but also because when you put a prop on, and I'll put these on, like this one has clearance, but if you have a wider camera, then you would obviously have this rotate out some, and you might get into contact with the shell right here. But since this is going here, you can pretty much squeeze any size camera in there, have a good snug fit, and still be able to put your 5-inch props on. So if anybody out there, this is like a community thing, anybody feels like editing stuff, yeah, this is the part file I made for it. I'm going to put it, I'm going to put the STL in a Dropbox thing as well. I'm going to put it in the menu of the YouTube file, either right after I upload the video or sometime tomorrow when I have time. So if anybody wants to make adjustments, like throw it into Creo or SolidWorks, go for it. Make improvements would be cool. I mean, any kind of ideas you guys have, I mean, it's yours to do with what you want. I'm going to save this as the STL the way it is, put the part file also as a link in the YouTube channel, and then let's see what we end up with. I mean, this is very strong. I'm pushing down extremely hard. I mean, obviously I'm not simulating an actual crash when you fly into a tree, but until I get this thing off the ground, I can't tell you, and crash it hard the first time, I can't tell you exactly how great it works, but this seems to be a very, very sturdy mount for the quad. So I hope this helps somebody out there. Somebody wants to use it, improve it, go for it. Let me know how you did it. Repost the part file, email it to me, whatever you want to do. And if you just want to print it out, you can print out a bunch of them. That's the good thing with that too, is you can just, it doesn't take a lot of PLA filament in order to print a bunch of them. It only takes a few minutes because it's so small. Take them to the field with you. If one side just breaks, the other one is fine. Just switch out one. You know, you don't have to reprint an entire whole mount, you know, and replace it. So I hope this is useful, and see you guys around.